Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Clint O'Connor, and I'm here with our arts writer, Kerry Clawson, who's written the cover story for this week's Pulse magazine, all about Miss Saigon, the big musical coming to Playhouse Square starting next Tuesday. And the lead, Emilie Bautista, Kerry has spoken with her. Apparently this started with an email from her dad. Is that right? Tell us about that.
That's right. Well, you know, every parent wants to further their kids' dreams, right?
Yes.
And help them along with their progress in the arts. Well, this particular father, who was not connected to the musical theater world at all, just sent a blind email to famed producer Cameron McIntosh's website. Just found some random email on the website, sent an email saying, my daughter is very accomplished. She loves musical theater. Is there any way you'd be having auditions and she could be seen? And that was when she was just a senior in high school.
Wow.
So someone actually saw the email and sent it along the chain of command all the way up to Tara Ribbon Casting. And they actually responded, asked her to send in a resume and headshot. And then that was in about 2014-15, her senior year. She was only 17. Then she went off to college her first semester. And by January of that freshman year, they called her in for her first Broadway audition. So she was only 18 then.
Wow.
And she went in at least 10 times, she said. She was seen 10 times, and by August, after her freshman year, she was cast as the understudy for one of the most romantic, legendary romantic leads in musical theater on Broadway.
Kim and
Right.
Miss Saigon. Yeah, it's an amazing story. I mean, I would assume producers get thousands of emails like that and totally ignore them. In this case, it actually worked. And what did Emilie have to say to you about taking over such a big role at such a young age?
Well, she said that she went on about 15 or 16 times for Eva Noblezada, who she was understudying. And she said, you know, as a 19-year-old, by the time she started rehearsal, she was 19. As a 19-year-old, it was very new to her to play a romantic lead. But she really trusted her co-star, and she said you just have to have a lot of trust in your fellow actor. And these love scenes are very, very intense. So she just learned by doing, basically, on Broadway, how to handle those scenes. And now on tour, her co-star is Anthony Festa. She said they have a great relationship, and he's a very, very giving actor. And the key is making each other feel comfortable, and it's all through trust.
Wow, that's wonderful. And now Miss Saigon apparently has not toured for a while, so it's been a while since folks have had a chance to see this show.
Right, it hasn't come through since 2000. It was at Playhouse Square in the year 2000. So audiences will be seeing this for, you know, it's a once in an almost 2-decade experience that it's coming back now. It had its revival in 2014 in London. Then McIntosh announced in 2015 it was coming to Broadway. It was going to transfer to Broadway. So the revival had a limited engagement on Broadway in 2017-18, and now the tour kicked off. The national tour for the revival kicked off in September. So this is a rare opportunity to see a rarely produced musical because it has a huge cast of 45, and it requires a large Asian cast as well as Western cast. So there's a ton of people on the cast. It's difficult to cast. It's a huge orchestra. It's just a huge show. So it's not produced very often.
Right. That makes sense. Well, it's a very interesting story, and you can read it tomorrow in print in the Pulse magazine, the Beacon Journal's entertainment magazine, or you can read it right now online at ohio.com/entertainment. Also, for more Pulse stories, go to ohio.com/topics/Pulse, and you'll find it there as well. We have all the latest info on new shows and music. Malcolm Abram writes a regular music column for us, so lots of good things in the magazine to check out. And Miss Saigon opens next Tuesday at Playhouse Square in Cleveland and runs through February 17th. Kerry, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.